All right, first time at Busch Stadium? Yeah, so look, we got the scoreboard, we got the away dugout, home dugout. Hey, St. Louis Arch in the background, and home plate, of course, home plate. And yeah, I have no idea what this is.
What's up, Ryan?
It's a beautiful day, don't you know? It's a beautiful day.
This is The Thread.
So Tim, what are you doing?
Training for the Spartan Race here in Busch Stadium, August 11th. It's gonna be awesome, dude. They're gonna have more than 20 obstacles, more than 3 miles right here in Busch Stadium. Is that what you're here for, to train? You don't look like you're here to train. You wanna borrow some leg warmers?
No, I don't need leg warmers. I'm just here doing some research with L.I.F.E Arts.
L.I.F.E Arts? What's L.I.F.E Arts?
I'm glad you asked. L.I.F.E Arts, Inc. is a nonprofit that we started a couple years ago. It's an acronym, so it's leadership, innovation, faith, and excellence. We focus on providing leadership development opportunities using the arts for students who live in what we call our reasonable radius of reach. There's an 8-mile radius that we've identified around the epicenter of Ferguson, where I live.
And what do you want to do? What's the mission?
Developing the leaders of today using the arts where they live. So that's the mission. Really what that means is we just want to disciple young people and lead them to Christ using the arts, and then propel them out in the culture in a way where they can use art and media and creative content to then become the soundtrack of the leadership movements that they're called to be a part of. We have 4 main areas of programming right now, and everything is for life, right? So our main program is a therapeutic songwriting program that we do in partnership with Maryville University music therapy students. That program is kind of like our flagship program. So it's songwriting that's specifically geared towards students who experience urban trauma, and just helping them flesh out some of those experiences that they deal with. Then we have a program called Strings for Life. Find kids while they're young, develop their love and their skill on violin, viola, cello, double bass, and then provide experiences for them. And then we have 2 unique programs that are more so about exposure and experience. The first one we did was with Take 6. It was awesome. So since then, we've done members of the cast of Lion King, Broadway show, and most recently, Hamilton. Then we have a program called Tour for Life. And Tour for Life is basically students who want to perform, they get to go on the road with me.
What does this space, this potential space, mean for the mission?
Having a facility, number one, will allow us to develop culture and community in an entirely different way than if we're in somebody else's space. We want this to be a place where the community, we want to put a park outside. We want to have that kind of place where the community can gather with no strings attached. So when you come into this place, you can enjoy all the amenities knowing that, man, my presence here is supporting a generation of people who very well may think, believe, see, and act differently, and in a way that is going to begin to shape the community and the culture. Our prayers of the executive team and staff is going to be, I can't wait to see what God does in your life, and not in 20 years, tomorrow, the next day, the next day. Because we believe that our children have a right now mission. They have right now impact. And we just want to help them see that so they can be that right now.
Dude, Brian, that is a cool mission, man.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Yeah.
What, Tim, you're gonna overheat. Why don't you take some of this stuff off, man?
That's a good idea, bro. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So tell me about this, man. Tell me about this. You had a really cool partner in this project too, right?
Yeah, Ken and Stephanie Poteet, they brothers and sisters in Christ that came forward to want to help us with the building, and they're gonna gift it to L.I.F.E Arts, man.
They just donated it, just like that?
Yeah. They have an organization called M1 Ministries.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah, is that enough?
I think that's enough.
Yes. Hey, I want you to meet my training partner. Yeah, baby.
What's up, man?
It's Fred Bird. Let's do this, bro.
Looking good.
Here we go, Trey. Hit the field, Fred, bro. Here. You sure I don't need to take them off?
No, you're perfect.
Okay, all right.
Perfect.
All right, Fred, bro, this is a Spartan race, right? More than 3 miles, more than 20 obstacles, and we gotta do this together, teammates. The best potential of me is we, all right? Yeah. Fred, bro, it's supposed to be a team event. You're supposed to be out here with me, bro. I gotta jump up on the wall. I'm gonna jump up on it, okay? You ready? Okay, here I go. How about you give me one of these? We're supposed to be teammates! Okay. Fred Bird, if you miss an obstacle in the Spartan race, you gotta do like 30 burpees, so you gotta do your burp. Oh, bro, did you have worms for breakfast? Oh, are we going on 3 or okay, all right. Get off your perch! How about the other foot? Let's try the other. No, not at the same time. I'm burning! My legs are burning! That's all I got. That's all I got. Your turn, right? What? You just got... I picked the wrong partner. Virginia! Virginia! Yeah.
Don't forget, next week.
Fred Bird, this is no time for nesting! You're gonna have to get up if we're gonna train for this race! Come on! Sorry, man, that's my partner, man. We're gonna work it all out, dude. We're just working out the kinks, man.
Hey, I know all about partnership, man.
Yeah, you do, yeah. So, Life Arts Inc., man, you're all about teaching life skills through the arts, music, video. Have y'all produced anything yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We actually did something for the Cardinals.
What?
Yeah. We did a song about Bob Gibson. It's called Complete Gamer.
Stand up, put your hands up.
From ghetto to glory, Bob Gibson been on the mission.
The St. Louis Symphony was approached by the St. Louis Cardinals. They wanted to do this song honoring Bob Gibson in the 50th anniversary of the 1968 season where he completely demolished everybody from the line. They reached out to Adam Manis, who's a good friend of mine, when he heard the Cardinals are looking for a song to honor Bob Gibson in the style of Hamilton. He was like, oh, Life Arts, Compositions for Life. So that was a blessing.
The strikes on he found, what bad as he clown, had bad as swinging like merry-go-rounds, he took him to town. He wasn't
Adam came in with a song idea, and I told the students, you write it. And so everybody had to read Ghetto to Glory, From Ghetto to Glory, Bob Gibson's book that came out in 1968. Everybody read the book, and they killed it.
Reach the top, champion blood running, something that can never be stopped. The big man coming, legendary fields, got the crowd clutching their stomach.
I was so excited and blessed to have been a part of the project, because at first it was just gonna be the song, then we ended up producing the video, and now Life Arts is gonna be the benefiting organization for the charitable aspect of the campaign through Cardinals Care. I don't think they realize right now the significance of it. And how special it is. But they will.
Opposition would never be ready. This is the truth. I owe it all to my roots. The big man coming, legendary fields, got the crowd clutching their stomach.
Sometimes people will ask me, well, do you have a leadership curriculum? And I say, yeah. You take an opportunity, you pass it on to your students. You say, you have 4 weeks to get this done. The way that we instill leadership and innovation and faith and excellence and the experiences that we give is through these projects that have deadlines and timelines. And you walk with them through that process, but you let them bear the weight of responsibility for it, trusting that they can do it. And they did it.
How cool a project was that? Was that awesome? Well, I hear there was also a pretty cool meeting afterwards. Oh man, we're gonna hear about that in a bit, but do you mind, man? I gotta keep going. I gotta train for the Spartan race. Yeah, just gotta get a quick set. Okay. We'll be back with more of The Thread coming up in just a bit. Yeah.
All the way down.
It burns, Brian. It burns. Take it.
The Thread, brought to you by Bomarito Automotive Group.
This is Frank Bomarito. You'll get a bigger selection and better value when you visit any Bomarito location. state-of-the-art showrooms, and the most advanced service centers. Bomarito has over 8,000 new and 2,000 pre-owned vehicles, all with Missouri's best pricing, greatest financing, and lease options for everyone. Nobody has more. Nobody sells more. Your next car is at Bomarito or Bomarito.com. We're in every neighborhood.
Know your zone.
Hello, everybody. It's time to play Know Your Zone, and we have our first contestant.
Hi, I'm Carnita.
Welcome to Know Your Zone. Get my good side.
Mine too.
All right. Okay, question for you. What is the most common natural disaster in the United States?
Flood?
Flooding! In fact, 90% of all natural disasters include flooding. Coming in second was reality TV. Which homeowner should buy flood insurance? Someone with a house near a creek or on a hill?
Near a creek?
Actually, it's both. Everybody lives in a flood zone.
Okay.
You live in a flood zone.
I live in a flood zone.
I live in a flood zone.
Everybody lives in a
They live in a flood zone. Yes. Final question. What local organization wants to get the word out to folks to know your zone and get information about flood insurance?
St. Louis Sewer District.
Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District. You are right. Go to knowyourzone.org.
Know your zone.
Hold on. Hey, are my tennis shoes deductible?
Tim, what are you doing?
I got to get my taxes done, my investments, and I got to make a will.
Come on, I know just the place. Come on. You are going to love Securus' Circle of Advisors. They can help you with your tax advice, your legal needs, your investments, and your insurance.
Awesome.
Tim, meet your Circle of Advisors.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Well, we did tell you to bring everything.
Securus Circle of Advisors, helping people build and secure their vision of retirement.
The Thread is brought to you in part by Dream Play Recreation, building backyard dreams for 27 years, 1 yard at a time. A few weeks ago, we introduced you to LaShawn Cole and his mom, Shanna, who continue to benefit greatly from the work of Rankin Jordan Pediatric Bridge Hospital.
It was a football accident that he went into cardiac arrest and ended up in Children's Hospital. Man, I love this place. I really do. My son wouldn't be here today. And he wouldn't be as active and be doing as well as he's doing if it wasn't for Rankin Jordan.
We told you that Dream Play Recreation was donating a basketball hoop to LaShawn and his family to aid in his rehab at home. And a deal was made. Mom's gonna get out there and play, right?
He said, I can't play ball. When you play, I'll play.
That sounds like a deal. So, can we play yet? Can we play yet? How about now? Can we play now?
Almost.
Can we play yet?
Almost.
We can play now.
You can play.
Yes. I told you when the goal came in we were gonna play. You ready to play? LaShawn with the shot. Oh! Oh! Right back at you. Yes! Look at that! First goal. Break it in the net. Your turn, Mom. You love LaShawn, right? You loving him all. Oh. Boom. There it is. Boom. Woo. LaShawn is on fire. LaShawn is on fire. I'll just wear my knee pads. My bad. Boom! Way to play, man. Thank you, Dream Play. Nice.
He's no stranger, Bob Gibson been on a mission. He changed the game forever, the pitcher was his position. He's the ultimate.
All right, so you guys put together the Bob Gibson Complete Gamer video, which is awesome, by the way. Y'all did an amazing job. But not only did y'all make the video, you got to meet Bob Gibson. What was that like?
It was exciting to me, and I was nervous.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I had fun.
Well,
it was really nice.
It was very amazing because I just loved that he was being himself. You know, like, I just like when people just always be themselves.
Was he different than what y'all expected? Did you expect something different when you met him?
Very. So I expected him to be like this super mean guy, but he was super nice. He signed my book. We joked around a lot. It was real fun.
Because you've seen how intense he is on the mound.
Right.
When watching those videos, you're like, dude, this is going to be intense. But he was all down to earth. How did meeting Bob Gibson change your perspective after having put the video together?
just hearing his story and all that he went through and how receptive he was to our work, knowing that he hadn't heard a lot of hip hop, but that he was open to it, but he's very proud and stands up and speaks clearly, and like, that's the kind of guy you want to write a song about, so.
You got to write about greatness and then you got to meet greatness. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, I got another celebrity meeting for you. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
It's going to be with my training partner. Yeah, I got some questions and I got a chair. You know what that means. It's time for the hot seat, brought to you by Art Van Furniture. All right, gang, it's time for the hot seat. We've got Fred Bird. Fred Bird is in the hot seat. All right, here's the deal, Fred Bird. Got 30 seconds on the clock. Clock will start after I ask the first question. The category is Bob Gibson. Woo! Yeah. So here we go. All right. This Cardinal pitcher is known as the complete gamer because of his ability to go the distance. You got to answer. A little help here, guys. Who is it?
Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson, yeah, all right. In 1968, this Cardinal pitcher pitched a stellar 1.12 ERA, a major league best.
What is it? Who is it? Come on.
Yes, thank you. All right. In 1967, this Cardinal pitcher led the team to the World Series with a win over the Red Sox with a 3-0 record and a 1.00 ERA with 26 strikeouts. It is.
Bob Gibson!
Thank you. And Bob Gibson played what position for the Cardinals? Surely you can get this one. Come on. It's no, not third base. What was it, guys? What was it? Pitcher, yes. And finally, Bob Gibson's number 45 was retired by what team in 1975? Surely you can get this one. It is.
Cardinal!
There you go. Oh, Fred Bird, you sort of just conquered the hot seat. Brought to you by Art Van Furniture, yes.
Did you take the test? They haven't.
Everywhere you look, people are sleepwalking through their lives because they're sleeping on the wrong mattress. That's why Art Van Pure Sleep developed an easy but important test that will match you with the perfect mattress for your body, guaranteed. And that means a great night's sleep. So take the test or take your chances. Look, there's a mattress store on every corner, but only one is the Great Night's Sleep store, Art Van Pure Sleep.
Now open in St. Louis.
Hey, Threadheads, who's ready to do some shopping? Yeah? You want to get in on the hottest styles of the season? Don't be jelly. This look could be yours too. It's as easy as heading over to thethreadstl.com. The Thread store is open 24/7, so you can thread up your wardrobe with some stylish shirts and lids. You're gonna look good in that. Go to thethreadstl.com, click on the shop page, and get your Thread threads because it's time to thread up, y'all. I think this is Virginia's shirt. Don't worry, we've got other sizes. Virginia! All right, Eric, help me out. What are pure-grown diamonds?
So obviously technology's advanced and we're able to grow a pure diamond now from the purest form of diamond crystal. So what you get is an extraordinarily gorgeous diamond. Well, the other thing that's nice about it is they're less expensive than a mined diamond.
Fellas, you listening? Just saying.
And they do all different shapes, all different sizes. You tell us what you want and what your budget is, and we'll make it happen.
If you're in the market for jewelry, make your way to Newsteaders, where honesty and integrity meet. What? Our time's almost up together already? You mean I gotta wait till next Saturday? That's way too long. We gotta catch up during the week. I got a great idea. Hey, why don't you follow us on social media? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, we've got content that doesn't actually fit on our 30-minute show, right? And we're adding new messages all the time. So follow us, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's our way to keep up with you throughout the week. And we can thread up all week long. Follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. See you soon.
Okay, so when we shoot the next video, we can do something.
Brian, dude, it's not working, man. It's not working, dude.
What's not
I thought I was
working?
gonna come out here and be like a world-class athlete and train for the Spartan Race and just rock it, dude. It's not working.
No, man, it doesn't work like that. I mean, maybe God has something different for you.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, he has something different for me. And I had to learn it the hard way, but he did have something different for me.
Harder than this?
Yeah, definitely harder than this, Tim.
Let's talk about you for a minute. I know you.
I don't want to talk about me, man.
I know you don't.
I don't want to talk about me, man.
But let's talk about that personal transformation. When and how did it change for you?
2010, failed tour. I was like, no, I'm going on tour. I'm doing this. The guy was like, it's not time. and I almost lost my house, roughest time in my marriage. People who loved me lost money on it. But I think ultimately what that did, man, is just brought me to a place, number one, of humility, because I was done with music. And I had a conversation with my dad, and he was like, consider that it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. Because he's like, you know, I think that God has a platform for you in music and with arts, and you shouldn't be so quick to just throw that out. From that point on, man, it was a year where God like really grew me, because like I had to have tough conversations. I had to, you know, walk through the consequences of my poor decisions, but he was with me in it. Man, grace, I know grace. Ooh, I know grace. He gives you all this responsibility and says, this is what matters. Faith community, family, that's what matters. Everything else is just a means to promote what really matters. And I think about all the people that God's placed in my life now, and I'm like, well, what if I had chosen to just promote me and not be available to pour into them? And now I'm getting really excited about, man, I can't wait to see what God does in your life, and your life, and your life, and your life, and every student that comes through this facility. And this is me speculating, right? But I think it's totally possible for me to have gone out and had this career in music to the exclusion of me really following what God wanted for me and been successful. And I think it would have been to my detriment. That's what Life Arts kind of represents, man, in my life. It's just like God saying, this isn't about you. This is about the kingdom. It's about people who haven't been born yet. It's about a legacy of the gospel and being excellent in all that you do for me as a means to promote and put those things out there. I wake up every day saying, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you. Thank you for pulling me in and calling me to something that I don't really know how to do. Well, I know I have gifts and talents that I'm responsible for being a steward over. But when it comes to the allocation of those things in the specific context that you call me into, I can only do that if you lead me and guide me and direct me and keep me from using it for me.
Is that awesome or what? There are few things sweeter in life than watching somebody operating in their sweet spot. And Brian is doing that. I mean, someone stepping in to their calling. I heard one great definition of calling. It said, when your great joy meets a need of the world, that's calling. And Brian is doing that, serving the needs of those young people. Really cool. And you know, I really resonate with Brian's story because it's very similar to mine. You know, I was gonna be the next great late night talk show host, right? I even had a title of the show. It was gonna be Ease Into the Night with Timmy Zell, right? And that's where I was headed. And then I got this amazing opportunity in St. Louis. This was gonna be the next step. And then I got an opportunity in Houston, a large market close to home, to my family in Texas and Louisiana. But at the interview, it was revealed that that wasn't the place. And then I got an audition at the #1 market, the Fox affiliate in New York City. Did a week's audition there. My agent said it went great, they'll be in touch. And then the job just kind of went away. Same thing happened at CNN. I was gonna do sports and they were gonna build some local programming for me on the network, and then that just kind of went away as well. And it became really obvious to Kim and I that we were in St. Louis for a reason. God had a plan. Then I was given the 9 a.m. show at Fox 2, given an hour of time to go and create, and it was awesome, so cool. Then God called me to the ministry, and I eventually left the station and planted a church for 3 years. And then, after 3 years, this woman that I only knew as a competitor at another local station, Virginia Kerr, led me to this opportunity to serve on the thread, to be a part of something bigger. And now, here we are. It's amazing. I mean, there's a verse, Psalm 37:5 says, commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do this. There's another version of that verse that says this way. It says, what I hold in my hand, God will do. So what are we holding in our hands that we haven't turned over to Him? I mean, when we put it in His hands, it's so much sweeter, so much greater. I mean, I had no idea that this is where ministry was going to lead for me, but God led me back to this place, to a platform that He gave me for 16 years in St. Louis to now use as a platform to speak for Him. Really cool. So what are you holding in your hand? What have you not turned over? For so long, I had tried to do it in my own strength, in my own wisdom, in my own abilities, and I ended up frustrated and flat on my back. But it's amazing what happens when we trust in the Lord and we commit it to Him. Because now look, now I'm a part of the most satisfying and gratifying thing I've ever done in television. God's allowed me to be a part of His plan, and it's bigger than me or my dreams, and even bigger than ease into the night. What are you holding on to? What can you commit to the Lord? When we put it in His hands, it's amazing what He can do, and those are some trustworthy hands. Well, that brings us to the end, but not the end. You know what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Fred, okay, all right, that's not. Now you're talking. That's a teammate right there. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Fred, it's your turn. Well, no, it's your turn. We're teammates. You know what? You're like a bird on an airplane. Lazy, just plain lazy. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, you better run now.
Spot Media Production Group.